The real one, the original, Mr. Dutch Mantel. Dirty Dutch Mantel.
Hey, Dutch, thank you for dressing up for the occasion.
Thank you. My name is Dutch Mantel, and I'm an alcoholic. Oh, wait a minute. This is not the AA meeting. Wait a minute. God damn it, fuck. Oh, that's in the yellow room. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me get down to it. My name is Dutch Mantel, and I'm not an alcoholic. I'm more like a drug addict because I've been around Jimmy a long fucking time. I've met this guy. Listen, I've never been to a roast before. I've seen a couple of them. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I got roasted by guys I don't even fucking know up here tonight. But Jimmy, tonight is your night, buddy. I met this guy a long time ago. When I first met him, the Dead Sea was just sick. And when God said, "Let there be light," that son of a bitch beat me to the switch. And we turned it on. You know, Jimmy, when I first heard about you, all the other wrestlers told me he's just a big, fat, overbearing, loudmouth punk. And I can truthfully say, Jimmy, seriously, after knowing you all these years, that you've lost a few pounds, and I'm proud of that. And I was just talking to him right before we came on tonight, and he's back on a diet, trying to get back to his original weight of 8 pounds and 10 ounces. And I'm really proud of you, Jimmy, because you've always tried. But he always had a passion. Jimmy always had a passion that he wanted to get into the wrestling business. And he finally did. He weaseled his way in. He took pictures. He did this. Wait a minute, Jimmy. Let me say one thing. If I say some things up here tonight that you don't like, I just want an acknowledgement from you that you won't threaten to kill me via email. So, but Jimmy finally got into Memphis, and man, because he had one good thing he could do. He could piss people off. And you know, I could almost chronicle the downfall of my whole career when I met this bastard. 1980, I met him, and you know, I was zoom, met Jimmy, and goddamn, it come to a crashing halt, almost like the Titanic sinking up there. But Jimmy found out real quick there was 2 things that he couldn't do in the wrestling business: heel and babyface. He had a hard time doing those 2 things. If you could improve in those areas, you may have had a pretty decent career, you know what I mean? But let me say another thing while I'm going here, Jimmy. Everybody's familiar with the YouTube clip at the Dairy Queen, right? Everybody knows that. Jimmy, all I can say is that you were a very lucky man that night. That Vince Russo wasn't the manager of that Dairy Queen. They come out and kicked the living shit out of you in that parking lot. That's all I can say. But you know, when Jimmy started out, now I'm going to give a little historical lesson about wrestling, because Memphis was king. I'm serious. We used to do a 25 rating and a 70 share, sometimes 350 to 400,000 people watching that show. And that's in an area of 70 miles just around Memphis. So now you can tell how bad the wrestling business has dropped down. But Jimmy was there, and I told Jimmy one day when he first started, he managed me, by the way. And I told him, Jimmy, I said, man, we're rock stars in Memphis. We're over more than Elvis. So the first night we were in Memphis, we always made a little town outside Memphis so we can make Memphis TV on Saturday morning. And Jimmy come up to me and he says, Dutch, this is my first night. What am I going to do? I said, just go with the flow, buddy. You're a star. You're a star. I said, tell me about it in the morning. So Jimmy went to Memphis, checked into a motel. The next morning, bright and early, I ran into Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, how was it? He said, it was fucking great. God damn, he said, I checked in that room. All those people come in. He said, man, I started smoking. I started drinking, taking pills, snorting cocaine. He says, my God. He says, then we all got naked. Then we started dancing. He says, what a great night it was. And then he said, finally, at 4:30 in the morning, we called some girls to come over.